What's up, you guys? Geek here from Geek.en.Chic, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am super excited today because I have gotten so many questions for this. If you have recently seen online, like Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, I recently debuted my Hera Syndulla Cosplay. I am so ecstatic. It's one of my first fully finished Star Wars cosplays, one of very many to come. But I've gotten a lot of questions on how I became Hera Syndulla, how I did the makeup. So today I'm going to show you guys how I get into my Hera Syndulla cosplay and give you the makeup that I also use. So come on, it's time to go save the galaxy. So first things first, we gotta wash off all the makeup that I currently have. So I'm just gonna use some cotton rounds as well as my micellar water to just clear up my face, get rid of some gunk. I was out and about all day today, so we're just gonna go ahead, clear this up, and prep my face to fully get into Hera Syndulla. So now that we have all of the gunk off our face, it is time to prep and moisturize. So I'm going to use two different moisturizers, one for my face, one for my lips. I generally do that because the moisturizers create a barrier between you and the makeup. And it's very important, especially if you're painting yourself crazy colors like green, like Hera Syndulla, and you have work the next day, because you do not want to be showing up to work green. So I do have two different moisturizers that I kind of choose between for my face. I usually use the Ultra Repair Cream. This is my daily moisturizer. I really prefer this because it really helps with acne as well as acne scars, really repairing your cream from everyday damage. But I also use Skin Lab's Daily Moisturizer. This is one that I use on clients when I do their makeup for things. So this one tends to be a thicker cream and have a thicker base and take a little bit longer to absorb into your face. But this one is what we're gonna use today. So I've currently taken the moisturizer from this, used a cute little spatula, and put it directly onto my little palette here. This is what's gonna go directly onto my face. So now that it's actually on a palette, I can just throw it on my face. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because I'm actually going to be doing the makeup down to my neck, I do want to bring the moisturizer all the way down and even onto my ears, because I'm just going to be creating some kind of barrier between me and the makeup. And then I'm going to use Lip Medex as my lip moisturizer, just to keep it on for a little bit. What I really want to do is just moisturize my lips so that it creates an even application for even my lip makeup. So we're just going to take a little bit of that, put it back on my palette, and then prime my lips. So, since I got a haircut, since the last time I cosplayed Hera Syndulla, I do need to just prep my hair a little bit before the wig cap. So I'm going to use Pixie Play's Crafting Cream here, and I'm just going to make sure to glue back all my edges to give me space to work with. Now that's done, it is time to become an egg, so go get your wig caps. I usually use two wig caps. One really to work with my hair to catch it all underneath, and then two to kind of squish it down. So we're gonna go ahead and just get into our wig caps. So now it's time to become green. So this is one of my favorite parts of being Hera Syndulla, is painting myself. And so I tend to use Mayron Paradise, light green. On the back it says M3 9A3 if that helps you find this color. This is one of my favorite colors. In my search to find the best green that fits with my leku, this tends to be the best color. It's very bright and vivid, but once you actually apply it, it's a smooth application process and is water activated. So I really tend to enjoy this over oil or cream-based makeups. You're gonna wanna take a flat brush, one that can hold water and color. This one has been Hera before, so you can see it is kind of stained green. So use a brush you don't really care about. So I put the water directly onto the cake palette. You can use it directly on the brush. You just don't want it to be so liquidy that it's like falling over. It should really be like quite a cream base. And then for me, I don't do anything else. I don't glue my eyebrows. I don't do anything. I go directly on with the paint. The eyebrows you want to go a little bit harder into to help cover, but they're actually going to be showing up later on. You wanted to have that like nice creamy consistency, because then it just smooths right onto your face. For me, I tend to really like to take my time and get even into my hair here on the side, just because even though I know the leku will cover it, I just get a little nervous. One thing you don't want is the brush to be really wet or the paint to be really watery. When it's like that, it'll start to smudge everywhere you've already worked and cause like a discoloration. And it will dry very similar. So I normally go about here because my shirt will cover it. However, I do go all the way around the back. If you have a friend who can help you with this, great. If you don't, blindly go. Once you have a nice even coat of your green, you're ready to start carving out the features for Hera Syndulla. So the first thing we're going to focus on is Hera's eyes. She has this lovely brown eyeshadow and a little bit of a darker eyelash. So that's where we're going to start. And the best thing here is if you mess up, you can always paint over it and not have to worry about the contour or any other color you would have already done. I'm going to use one of my favorite palettes to start off. I've had this for a few years now. I really do enjoy it. It's one of my favorite palettes for just brown eyeshadows. So we're gonna do this shade right here. It's called Sweetheart. We're gonna go for something light, and we're gonna go on the edge of the eye here and in the crease. We're not gonna go deeply into the eyes. We're just gonna do something very simple. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our browns. I might do a little bit of a mixing, but you're gonna layer it because the color that normally would appear on your eyelids would be different now that you're green. So I'm gonna go a little bit here with a fluffy brush. Make sure to tap off that excess, and then we're gonna go in and we're gonna do just the outside edge here and the crease. You also always want to lift your eyebrow to give more definition. So I have Fruit Sherbet by Violet Voss, and we're actually going to use just the white one here, and it is going to be in the corner and onto our lid itself. You can use any kind of brush. I tend to use my finger for this, just because I can get more clearance on where I'm going here. And just like that, you're almost done with the eyes. First, we're gonna do a winged eyeliner just to complement the eye shape as well. I'm gonna do a wing and bring it down to my underwater line. We're gonna use Inglot's Activating Eyeliner Gel with the Inglot Activator. So these are two things that I use on my clients myself, and I like to use on myself as well. So we're gonna use these two things. And 1, 2, done. If you think we're done with the black eyeliner, we're not. We're gonna fill in our eyebrows. And I know that seems crazy, but I prefer to do eyeliner for my eyebrows when doing face paint so it stays on longer. So we're gonna follow the simple shapes of our face, and because I can kind of thin this out a little bit, that's what I'm gonna do. So this palette is one that I use for a long time. It is LA Colors I Heart Makeup Contour Palette. I have had it for a while and I keep using it and I love it. It did break, so we're gonna ignore that. It fell off a counter and completely broke. But we are going to use like a mix between the light and the dark brown, and we're gonna contour our normal contour areas. You're gonna take like a fluffy angled brush, go in between the two, tap off that excess, and we're gonna contour. You wanna find the apple of your cheek, which for me is right here, and we're gonna go just underneath it to cast that shadow. So for me, I'm gonna do my contour just under my cheekbone, under my jawline, and at the temples here, because I have more of a square face and I wanna make it more narrow. So I'm gonna contour where I need it the most. One thing we need to do is brighten up some areas as well as set that powder. So I'm gonna use a translucent powder and we're just gonna set it in certain areas that I get the most oil. The reason is I don't intend to be wearing anything on my face that will smudge the makeup. So from here, we are going to do some blush. It is going to be very simple. I'm going to use a Maybelline pink blush here. I tend to want something a little bit brighter to contrast against the green, and we're going to put it on the apple of our cheeks to really draw the attention towards the center of our face. This is not a time to be afraid of your blush. Because you are green and you're adding more color to it, you definitely need to give that almost like princess look and draw it up. And then I'm actually going to go back to this palette here. We're gonna go back to that white here, and I'm gonna highlight just a little bit. So from here, we do need to add a little lip. Hera Syndulla has that natural brown lip, and that's what we're going for. So I'm actually going to take out my cream pants. I normally don't use this, but this stays with me the entire day and can give me the color I'm looking for. So we're actually going to go to like the light brown here and apply it directly to our lips. So there you go, you have that natural brown green color of Hera Syndulla's lips, but we are not done. We're gonna go back to the eyes, add some mascara and some false eyelashes. We're gonna go on our under eye waterline, and we're gonna go in with a black eyeliner pencil and just cover that eyeline as well. So from here, you can either do strip lashes on your top eyelash line, or for me, I'm gonna do individual false lashes. I prefer to do that with only Hera Syndulla to give her more of that natural look, but for most of my other characters that I cosplay, you will see me with full strip lashes. So now that we are in complete makeup here, I'm actually gonna change out my regular contacts for my character contacts. Some cosplayers would recommend actually doing this before you get into all your makeup, and I would as well, especially if you are not familiar with the kind of paint you're using or the water activated makeup you're using at that time. I myself have used this for so many different characters, as well as used this brand a lot of times, that I do feel comfortable changing my character contacts at this time. So I will be right back into my character contacts. So I have my character contacts in. These are Sweetie Akaton Green from UNESCO. I'll put the link down below if you want to get your own for Hera Syndulla. You can also use my code GEEK at checkout for 10% off your purchase for all UNESCO products. I truly do enjoy using UNESCO for all of my cosplays. I have contacts for Megara, I've had contacts for Link, for Bowsette. All my contacts are from UNESCO. So if you want to get your own, like mine for Hera Syndulla, you can get them there. Anyway, now we'll go ahead and get into our cosplay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this Hera Syndulla Get Ready with me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer and help you get ready to save the galaxy. If you want, please give this video a big thumbs up, that would be great, and consider subscribing to the channel to follow along for all of my cosplay, crazy shenanigans, and behind the scenes that I will get up to. I am currently working on a podcast, so that will be coming out soon, and I can't wait to join on this crazy journey with you all. If you want, I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, literally every social media. You can find me on there posting content of what I'm currently making, and my next cosplay will be Thrud from God of War Ragnarok. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Geek from Geek.en.Chic, and this is the Phoenix Squadron reporting for duty.